Hello guys. Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to watch the movie Troll released in 2022. At the beginning of the story, we are shown a father and daughter climbing a mountain called Troll in western Norway as a hobby. After the two of them climb the mountain, Father Tobias tells his daughter Nora about a legend about trolls in this area. These trolls have roamed the earth for years. At one point they were exposed to the sun and turned into stone. Tobias, who studies about it, thinks that these trolls still roam the mountains. His daughter is very surprised by those stories. From here, the story moves forward 20 years. Now we can see that Nora does not believe in what her father said. She has now become a science-minded person. She also works as a scientist studying geology. After working for almost 6 months, she is able to find a fossil in an archaeological site. She is very happy that she was able to find something like this after all her hard work. Nora celebrates her new discovery with her team. Excavation is being done very fast because a metro station is to be built in the nearby Troll Hill. These workers start digging the mountain to build a road and they are busy using explosives for the project. Meanwhile, a group of activists are engaged in protest nearby. They say that the government should protect this reserve. Despite their opposition, the leader of the group decides to detonate the mountain with explosives. After the explosion, the workers there go inside to investigate the cave. But surprisingly, a very loud noise is heard from inside that cave. After a few moments, they realize that the ground is shaking. At this time, an ancient mythical creature is standing among the rocks of the mountain. The frightened workers run for their lives and the tunnel starts collapsing, killing them all. After a while, this news is reported to the army headquarters. The general sends a drone to investigate. After that he advises to inform the Prime Minister soon. Then we are shown the Prime Minister of Norway and her advisor. They decide to hurry to the army camp. Meanwhile, the Defense Minister gives details about the incident. More than 50 people died in this incident. She is also shown footage of a large hole taken by the same drone. Councillor Andreas says the footage shows large footprints. But no one listens to him. Nora is still celebrating the joy of the new discovery with her companions. She is preparing to give a speech here. But suddenly a military helicopter arrives there. A soldier who was there came and told Nora that the Prime Minister had called her. Without wasting time, she boarded the helicopter and headed towards the army camp. After her arrival, Andreas takes her to a room full of high officials. Nora joins the discussion with these people. Officials speculate that this incident was caused by some type of gas. But Nora is saying something different here. After studying the footprints there, she discovers that the footprints belong to the legendary giants. Andreas also agrees with her statement. However, on this occasion, she is ridiculed by the government officials, also insulting her fossil tests. Because of that, they quickly forget the fact that this incident happened because of an animal. Sidri, who was very talented in the IT sector working for the Norwegian armed forces at that time, tells the group that she was able to find a video recorded at the time of this incident. After she played the video, the officers saw a figure about 150 feet tall. The officials see the big animal coming out of the hole. Now we are shown the village of Lesja. An elderly couple in that village were sitting drinking tea in the evening when they heard a roaring sound in the distance. And soon the table they are on starts to shake. The shaking gradually increases. The couple thinks that an earthquake is going to happen, so they quickly go inside the bunker on the bottom floor. After everything is over, when they come out, they see that their house has been completely destroyed. Only the ruins of the house are left. Meanwhile, Nora tells the Prime Minister that she can find out about this incident. And all the other officers agreed to that. After the meeting, the Prime Minister's advisor, Andreas Lesja, tells Nora about the incident. After that, the two of them quickly boarded the helicopter and went to Lesja. They talk to each other while walking. Andreas introduces him to her. And he asks Nora why she became a scientist about rocks. She tells him that she loved nature since she was a child. And she says that her father studied folklore a lot. That is why he finally could not understand the legends and reality, she says. At one point, he was taken to the hospital because his mind was out of control. Andreas then says that he always wanted to be a writer. He also tells Nora that he is writing a book of his own stories. After Nora and Andreas arrive in Lesja, they are surprised to see the damage done. Both of them are accepted by the Special Operations Officer, Captain Chris. Chris explains the situation to these two. And he says that this animal has moved 2 kilometers towards the mountains from where they are. They searched the area but could not find any trace. As if this giant creature disappeared by magic. After that, the 3 of them talk to the old couple who are still shaken. They are asked about the incident. The wife says that she did not see anything because she was inside the bunker. But she says she heard a strange scream. That sound was a sound she had never heard before. Unable to find any clues, Nora decides to investigate the area. She finds a big footprint and feels a strange smell from it. Nora examines the footprints, but she can't find out if the creature is out there. It seems to her that this animal has no taste. She doesn't get any clues from here, so she decides to get help from her father who lives alone in the mountains. After that, Nora, Andreas and Captain Chris take the helicopter towards her father. As they approach Tobias's house, he threatens them with a gun. But after seeing his daughter, he calms down and takes them inside the house. The surprising thing is that even after many years, he still investigates the mythical creatures called trolls. After that, Nora shows him the videos of this incident. He is very shocked after seeing these videos. And he whispers to himself that those guys have started coming again. Confused Nora wants a scientific explanation for this. She doesn't want to hear more legends about this. She needs a scientific explanation to find a solution to this. But Tobias strongly believes in his opinion. He says that the trolls were tormented by the Christianization that happened in Norway. When he went to reveal this truth, the society branded him as a maniac. After that, he takes his bag and tells the others to get ready for the adventure. Tobias moves to another station with the others. After a while, they reach that place and Tobias looks around very eagerly. He sees that the topography of the area they are in has changed completely. Meanwhile, Nora feels the same strange smell here. She calls it hypernator. Because of that feeling, when she starts to check her surroundings, she suddenly sees a big animal waking up behind her. There is a troll hiding behind a large pile of rocks. Andrea and the others see this and quickly board the helicopter. With luck, they are able to escape before the animal attacks. And they are connected live and show the troll to the government officials. Now we see that all these people believe that the trolls really exist. After a while, the Prime Minister starts a military operation led by Captain Chris. Soon, hundreds of army soldiers will gather there to kill this troll with the best guns in the country. No matter how hard they try, those spells have no effect on trolls. Also, the animal heals quickly and feels good in the blood of the people around. Here, after the troll eats one of the soldiers, Tobias tries to calm it down. When he raises his hand and goes towards it, we see that it is successful. But at the same time, another vehicle comes and hits the troll again. Because of that, the troll destroys the tank by stomping on it. The troll's tail comes and hits Tobias without even seeing the people inside it. Because of that, he is thrown and falls to the ground. He is about to say something when Nora arrives, but he dies at that moment. Nora, who was very sad with that incident, read her father's diary that night. She tries to understand her father. And she wants to find out how to stop the troll. She discovers that trolls don't like the ringing of church bells. Then she tells this information to the officials. The defense minister does not believe in such illusions at all. But since they have no other plan, they decide to agree with Nora. In the next scene we see 4 helicopters with big bells moving towards the troll. In that case, it seems that their plan was successful. It seems that the sound of those bells is very difficult for the troll. But after a while it gets used to that sound and starts destroying all the helicopters. Therefore, Nora's plan fails completely. News channels around the world are broadcasting all the details about this incident. At the same time, the Prime Minister addresses the people live and calms them down. First, she apologizes for the officials' incompetence. After that, a state of emergency is declared throughout the country. She urged people living in and around Oslo to evacuate as soon as possible. Because they find that for some reason the troll keeps moving towards it. Nora's plan fails and she has to leave the group. Meanwhile, Andreas learns that the government is preparing to bomb the city of Oslo to destroy the trolls. Even if he wants to comment on this, no one listens to him. Therefore, he decides to resign from his position. Nora and Andreas both leave army headquarters. Before long, a large group of people take to the streets to leave the city. Andreas and Nora are among this group. Nora is very sad because she couldn't find a solution to the troll incident. So, she looks at her father's diary again. This time she finds a clue. She sees the word Sinding several times in that diary. Andreas says that Sinding is the name of a prince who lives in Oslo. He is one of the richest men in the country. Hearing that, Nora says to turn the vehicle around and go back. After some time, they go to the palace and Sinding is waiting for them. He then takes them inside and reveals the truth about Norway and the trolls. Here everything her father Tobias said is revealed to be true. They announce that the trolls have been destroyed by humans. They also know that the Troll King is coming to wreak havoc. He is not dead. In that, it becomes clear to them why that warrior is traveling to Oslo. He decides to go back to his family. He really doesn't know that his family is all dead. Sinding continues to explain that family is the greatest thing for trolls. During the Christianization of Norway, the king of trolls has moved towards MT. Among them, they were imprisoned and killed. He is freed again because of the explosion at the beginning of the film. Now he is traveling to Oslo to be reunited with his family. Nora and Andreas are shocked by these details. Seeing the skeletons of the troll family scares them even more. When Nora examines the bones, she notices that they have started to turn into stone. So, she discovers that trolls are actually sensitive to light. She asks Sinding to lend him a car. He delivers the Queen's favorite pickup truck. She then calls Captain Chris and tells him her plan. She wants to round up the Troll King and fix him back to UV rays. Chris asks some of his soldiers for help in making the trap. Andreas is trying to delay the bomb that is going to be dropped on Oslo. Since Sidri is a good hacker, she is able to stop the missile with the help of the computer. Andreas and Nora begin their plan. When they open a cloth in the truck, we see that it contains a large bone of a troll child. As soon as the bone giant sees it, they quickly move towards the trap. Yoda also chases them. Troll finds the bone and it is destroyed by his hand. At the same time, he learns that his family has died. He looks at Nora and Andreas, shouting very angrily. Sidri is arrested for disabling the missile system. However, the defense minister is begging to stop the missile plan. Because he sees that there are still civilians in that area. Meanwhile, Nora and Andreas manage to bring the troll towards the trap. He is soon surrounded by military personnel and is subjected to UV radiation. Their plan succeeds and the troll slowly begins to burn. However, seeing the troll suffering because of this, Nora's mind changes. She now realizes that killing him was wrong. So, she turns off the UV light and tries to save him. So, she asks the troll to return to the mountains safely. But unfortunately, she was too late. Soon the sun rises, and the Troll King is destroyed and falls to the ground. Nora touches him before he turns completely to stone. While everyone is happy, Nora and Andreas wonder if there are more trolls hiding in the mountains. Nora decides to name this area Tobias Boulder as a tribute to her father. The final scene takes us back to the mountain. There we see a lot of big rocks moving. The film ends when another troll suddenly rises from the rubble. See you again with another beautiful video like this.
Thanks for watching this video. By clicking this you can watch the next movie. I happily invite you to watch that beautiful movie. Welcome to the cinematic universe.